Let's face it, being an entrepreneur is full of risk, and risk can be really scary. So today's video is all about reducing that risk. What can entrepreneurs do to reduce that risk in our businesses so that we can spend our mental energy focusing on actually growing and serving our people? Hey, I'm Coach Molle from the Visibility Hacking Movement, and I help small businesses grow their visibility online, connect with new customers, nurture the ones they have, and really utilize these tools to their fullest. And today, we're talking business. Reality check. Risk is everywhere in the entrepreneurial world. Like, the reason why not everyone in the world is an entrepreneur is because a lot of people can't handle that stress. They can't handle the risk. And if you can't handle the risk, then you better get out of the kitchen. Or at least I think that's what the adage says. But they also say that without risk, there is no reward. So how do we get to that reward of running our own businesses, having that freedom of our time, and all of that fun stuff? Well, let's talk about risk. And I'm not talking about a whole bunch of entrepreneurs playing the strategy game. We're talking real business. In this video, we're going to talk about the fundamental mistake that causes most entrepreneurs to fail. We're also going to talk about the internal threat that can destroy your business overnight. And at the end of the video, we're going to talk about managing risks that are out of our control. So for this and more, stay tuned, roll the intro. What I love about entrepreneurs is how excited they are to do things. They have these great visionary ideas, and they have this amazing amount of energy that they use to just get stuff done. But the downside to that, to the eager beaver mentality, is that a lot of times entrepreneurs will skip the fundamentals. They won't be thinking about who their customer avatar is, and they're going to skip understanding the market, and they're definitely not interested in doing a competitor analysis because what they do is so different. Okay, the reality is if you're skipping those steps and you're not doing that fundamental analysis of what's already out there, what does your market want? Is there a market for what you're doing? If you skip that fundamental, then you're going to start building a house, as we say, on a shaky foundation. You might start spending all of your time and energy building out parts of your business that no one actually wants. Or what I ended up doing by accident was building out a whole part of my business in complete isolation, not paying attention to how the market was growing. So by the time my product was ready to launch, the market had gone in a completely different direction. So if you want to decrease a ton of risks out of the gate, what I want you to do is go out and do your competitive analysis. Go figure out what other competitors in your market are providing and what your customers have to settle with. What are the accepted evils that are out there already? Then, when you're creating your products and you're crafting your offers, you can work with this information of knowing what people have to settle for and what you can do to provide a better solution in the market. So start with understanding who your customer is, where they're hanging out, what their problems are, all of that stuff, so that when you're moving forward in your business, you have valid information that helps inform those decisions moving forward. Very simple. And an easy way to get great tips about building your influence, your authority, and ultimately your income online is to hit the subscribe button and join us here on the Visibility Hacking channel. Now let's talk about the internal risk that can totally implode your company. Okay, so this would be talking about the founder risk. The idea that you're founder of your company, when you're in startup mode, you'll be in one great space, but as that company grows, where does that founder fit in? So we look at companies like ClickFunnels, where our founding team and the executive team, if you want to call them that, of Russell, Dave, and Todd, then you have this beautiful team that is constantly growing as the business is growing, because they're constantly tapped in to who their market is and to the affiliate army that is informing them of what their downline customers are interested in solution-wise. So they're fantastic. They're always growing. They're always evolving. But then you can have a company like Twitter, for example, and their CEO and founder, Jack Dorsey. He has fit into the growth of that company in very different ways because of the way that that company has grown. If you end up with a founder who is so stuck on the way that it used to be, a lot of family businesses end up with this, where, no, Dad passed the company down to me, so I have to do it the way that Dad taught me to do it, or I'm not doing it right. But honestly, if you want to evolve your company, if you want to evolve your offerings of products and services, you have to tap into that market, and you have to be willing to be flexible. So pay attention to your founders. Make sure, and if you are the founder, make sure you are paying attention to yourself. You have someone to keep you in check, because if you're not growing and evolving with your customers and your market in mind, and you're just growing and evolving with you and your bank account in mind, that, my friends, is not a recipe for success. Are you the founder of your company, or has your company been passed down to you in some way, shape, or form? Let me know down in the comments. Super curious. Now, there are also risks that happen outside of our company, which are outside of our control. Now, I always say, when it comes to life and business, stress about the things that are within your control and let the other things slide. Because those things, if you can't control them, what is honestly the point of stressing about them? And just let them happen, react to them, and move with the water. And that's just how I run my life and my businesses. It seems to work for me just fine. When it comes to the market, you can't shift the big pieces in the game of chess in the world market, for example, but what you can do is focus on your customers. Focus on those who are already within your reach, within your realm, and make sure that you are over-delivering to them. Make sure that they are satisfied. Make sure that you have really built that connection with your market. Because when you build that connection, you build that relationship, you're going to start understanding more about where they're going, what they're doing, so you can put the next offer in front of them. Build that loyal following, and that's going to help you shape more of what's in your control. You'll have control over more as your market grows. It doesn't matter what's happening on the big shifts, because when you build loyalty, that's going to make those big shifts totally irrelevant in the conversation, which is pretty fantastic. And I think that's a very powerful thing to remember, whether you're building, whether you're a solopreneur and you're running your business by yourself, or you're running a large company with lots of virtual assistants and virtual employees. It doesn't matter, because if you have that relationship with your people, that's what's going to keep you afloat no matter what in your business. So if you want to learn how to build more, like a stronger, better connection, or what we like to call a connection machine, the systems and processes in our business that help us connect to new customers but nurture the customers already in our world, if you want to learn how to build a better one of those, or your first one of those, for example, then join us over in the Visibility Hacking group. You get access to our coaches every week for Friday Night Live. You get all of our trainings and masterminds that happen in the group. And the cool thing is, it's absolutely free, because I truly believe that helping entrepreneurs build their visibility online is going to help us change the world. And I love it. So I want to see you guys over there, visibilityhacking.com. Come hang out. There's a button on that page that says Become a Visibility Hacker. Join us. Love to see you over there. Until I see you again, check out these videos. Remember, I love you. Be excellent to each other, and go find your people. They're out there waiting for you.